Rae Serbeck test sample. As quickly as Killian had found her, she was gone. He had been in awe of the girl from the moment he had turned the corner into that alley. His dragon perking up at the sight of her. He wanted her. But not her naked behind as she searched for something behind the dumpster. Her. Just her. He needed her. Not in his bed, or in his court, as was his normal fashion, but with him, protected and wanted. His. She was his. The thought tensed through his stomach, heating in his heart as his dragon fire began to burn. His shifter howling inside his mind in need of her, to feel her skin against his, to trace her lips with his tongue, to hold her, to protect her. The new frightening emotions propelled him forward as he chased her. The dreaded man that had opened the door and let her slip out of his grasp more than a few steps behind. "Come back!" Killian grumbled to himself as he turned a corner and faced yet another long, empty hallway. How had he lost her? He was the fastest of his kind. He won every race and defeated every enemy. But this girl was gone. She had bested him. It only made him long for her all the more. "What in the world was that?" the hotel manager grumbled as he came up beside him, having also lost track of the streaming flame of her hair. The balding man was panting, out of breath as he began to storm away, intent on catching her. A thunder of feet rattled behind him, at least 10 of his staff ready to continue the chase. "Freaking homeless people. They can't just come charging in here, bringing her filth." Killian stopped the little man's tirade and his retreat. Before he could move more than a few steps away, his large hand wrapping around the man's wrinkled suit and pulling him back. If this foolish little man thought he could insult the girl, he had another thing coming. Killian's heart rumbled in his ears as he brought the man around to face him, holding him inches away as he let his nostrils flare. "She is not filth," Killian growled, his voice rumbling alongside his dragon as the beast rose to defend the girl. End of sample from Chapter 3. Irish accent sample. Excerpt from Seamus Henley, The Railway Children. We were small and thought we knew nothing worth knowing. We thought words traveled through the wires, in the shiny pouches of raindrops. Each one seated full with the light of the sky, the gleam of the lines, and ourselves. So infinitesimally scaled we could stream through the eye of a needle. Softer female voice sample. Chapter 1. Elliot. It was hot. We were talking planet plunging into the sun, surface of hell. Grandma has his back sweat. Hot. Yes, I know that's gross. But sweat was pooling on my upper lip and converging on the underwire of my bra, in such a way that I was sure, if it didn't stop, it would consume me, and I would drown in it. Yes, I knew that it wouldn't actually happen, but I was also fairly certain that people were not meant to live in this heat. I wasn't sure how anyone, including me, was meant to survive. Which was saying something considering I burst into actual flames once a year. "How you holding up?" I looked up from the dusty trail I had been trudging along for the past few minutes to the owner of the smoky voice. Mr. Green Eyes, real name Braden, had been something of a hovering puppy since the moment our tour guide had gathered the group to the trailhead. Angel's Landing, Zion National Park. It sounded calming. Everyone I had talked to said it was terrifying. I was looking forward to both, but right now I wanted to feel like I wasn't burning up on the surface of the sun. Great, I said, forcing a smile that he instantly returned. His wide grin sparkling in the sun, the light hitting against his teeth so perfectly that it almost seemed ridiculous. Especially when you added in the fact that he also had the perfectly shaggy blonde hair and oversized muscles that most girls swooned over.